Nigel, I think the Titan management ready.
Well, that's right. Let's go across to Titan that reported a rather strong set of numbers in the Q3. Revenues jumped 40%, margins expanded by around 100 basis points. There was an exceptional loss due to the new labour code as well. We have Mr. Ashok Sonthalia, the CFO at Titan. Hi, sir. Good morning. Always good to have you on the show. Before we get to the numbers and push you for some guidance, how are demand trends shaping up? Q4 has lesser number of weddings, but I understand that there is some, pre-buying that we're seeing in anticipation of the wedding season. So how have demand trends been, given that gold prices have spiked up?
Yeah, thank you, Nigel. I think gold prices have been spiking up for last now many months.
Yeah.
But January saw for the first time a major correction also, albeit temporarily, from $5,600 per ounce, it came down to $4,700. And then again, it is towards $5,000. So, but January, to answer your question, has been again a very satisfying quarter. We do have, if you know that in Titan, we do the Festival of Diamond in January, February, and which is currently going on. And we have a good response on studded jewelry also. So hopefully Q4, while market and gold prices are volatile, but we expect it to end the financial year on a strong note.
What was the volume growth, sir, in Q3, or was the entire 40% growth driven by an increase in prices?
We mentioned, Rima, that buyer growth is flattish, while between the categories, if you see studded jewelry saw a low single-digit buyer growth, but gold jewelry actually have very, very minor negative growth in buyer.
Since you mentioned studded ratio a couple of times, sir, that's come down to around 26%. When we had spoken a couple of years or so ago, I think it was at more than 30%. So is this the new normal, mid 20%, 26 to say 28%?
It's outcome of math where gold prices are, say, 60-70% up compared to last year. And while studded prices or diamond prices are holding up. So actually, while buyer are more absolute growth in studded jewelry is decent, but the ratio keeps coming down because the gold prices are skyrocketing.
Mr. Sonthalia, gold has been top of mind, top of headline, everything for the last, I think, months on end. And it reached a frenzied kind of thing. This pullback we've seen in gold prices, right, 10%, 12%, you think that helps volume growth at the margin in that sense? In this quarter, if prices stay around here and they're not like in a runaway frenzy?
Very difficult to talk about that. Gold seems to be in secular uptrend. Those factors which have been talked about for gold going up have not at all changed. So gold prices, some momentum would show. But at this level, in the rising gold price scenario, margins of jewelry business do see a little bit pressure. And we have talked about that, Prashant, that gold coin sale percentages have gone up. And even diamond jewelry margin come under pressure because gold content in terms of value goes up into those jewelry. But at the same time, we are taking a lot of actions which have some offset impact, like introducing 14 karat, 18 karat, 9 karat modern jewelry, and even light jewelry work has started doing well. And at the same time, a lot of campaigns, new collections, engagement with customer help us to still deliver a margin profile which we think is appropriate for our company and our business.
Okay. All right. Sir, could you tell us what's the target with regard to Beyond, the affordable, lab-grown diamonds business? What is the investment chest, if you could tell us about that? And expected revenue, say, in the next 3 years or the next 5 years, how large can it be?
I have talked about that in retail business allows you to experiment and not really define the end post upfront itself. Current idea is to set up 8 to 10 stores in next 4 to 5 months and even deep dive what we have been studying this market and consumers on the actual, when they are actually making purchase at our store. So that's the 6-month, I would say, period which we have taken to us. And depending on the outcome and our conclusions, we will decide the ramp up speed. If everything works very well, then we can very, very quickly ramp up and then decide what are the goalposts. But first 4, 5, 6 months is still, I would say, exploratory on the ground with the real transactions.
Will you be able to give a number, sir, on the beyond sales in Q3 and the kind of margins? I understand very early stages, but is there a number in Q3?
So beyond only the store was for 2 days in Q3.
All right.
29th December we opened. So it is only 2 days in Q3.
And how has it been in Q4 so far? The first
January
half?
month has been good, the way we expected. There is a lot of curiosity. There is a lot of interest. Many customers are coming and
Any
buying.
sales numbers, sir, for the first 40 days of Q4?
No, it will be too premature for me to talk about that.
What is the outlook on international expansion? Because you are expanding in GCC, Middle East. I think you'll acquired that Damas Jewellery stake as well.
Yeah.
What is the international expansion plans?
So Damas has been 67% has been completed recently, and from 1st January that will get consolidated in our books of accounts. So Damas, of course, will now pick up its growth trajectory on the Arab segment side and kind of expand its retail network a little bit and do whatever it needs to be done. Some of the Tanishq expansion are also coming through, a couple of Damas stores which were in the catchment area where actually target segment or customer segment is more appropriate for Tanishq. So some of those stores in Q4, single-digit number, I would say, will get converted, and that will kind of expand Tanishq footprint in GCC market. In US market, we had opened 2 stores in last quarter and couple of more. We were slightly slowing down and waiting for the outcome of tariff and our supply chain solutions. Both together have come in, like tariff situation also have eased out, and as well as our supply chain solutions have also fructified. So I think US will again start gaining traction on further expansion. We decided also Canada as a next geography for us. So in FY27, I expect 1 or 2 stores of Tanishq coming in Canada as well.
Okay, all right. Very quickly, sir, with regard to the EBIT guidance, you hold on to that. 11.5%, I think, is what you'll have been hinting for. Any upside risk there?
11% centered around, I think, FY26 we will able to do, and then we will talk about next. But it is becoming increasingly clear to us that in rising gold environment, perhaps we need to think about absolute EBIT growth and then too much wedded about the margin, while we will be very mindful of the margin efficiency. But it might, if the gold prices keep going up, it might see some pressure and may go below 11%.
Mr. Sonthalia, are you in talks to buy out TBZ, Tribhuvan Das Zaveri?
No plans, I think. No plans. No.
Okay. No approach, no talks, no initial talks, early talks, nothing?
I will not comment anything, but we don't have any plan.
Okay, no plans as of now. Thank you very much, Mr. Sonthalia. Appreciate you joining us, and good speaking with you here on CNBC TV 18.